Today, the window of my mind opens suddenly towards you. Through your universe, I breathe out songs, echoes of your own. From the stage of the National Arts Centre in Ottawa, the CBC presents India's great virtuoso of the sitar, Ravishankar, in a program of ragas which he will introduce himself. Ravishankar, when asked how he felt about the oft-repeated statement that no Western listener can possibly enjoy Indian music unless he is well acquainted with the philosophy and mythology of India, said, "The beautiful, the good, the real in music goes straight home. And all these philosophical and mythological frills are unnecessary." Ravishankar.
I would like to say a few words before beginning the next number, mainly for our friends to whom our music is comparatively new, in the sense that a live performance, that is. People want to know about the instruments. Sitar is one of our most popular stringed instruments from India. It's made out of teak wood, completely hollow inside. Attached to it, here you see, is a gourd. Another smaller gourd here with an opening, which serves as the sound box. There are 6 principal strings for playing. Some of them have 7. Out of the 6 strings, 4 are only for playing the melody. The other 2 are used as drone or rhythm. Underneath, there are 13 strings known as the sympathetic resonating strings, which are tuned differently each time we begin to play a raga, or the melody forms on which we improvise. You might have noticed already that one can play on the frets vertically as well as pull the strings horizontally and produce the same notes, like this. These 2-piece drums, collectively they are known as tabla, but actually the tabla is the right hand drum, which is tuned to the tonic with a hammer. The left hand drum is the bass drum known as the baya or the dagga. With the pressure of the wrist, or rather base of the palm, one can produce different pitch, like this. This instrument in the background is known as the tambura or the tanpura. One finds them in different sizes and either with 4 strings or 5 or 6 strings. This one has 5 strings. Its continuous playing creates that hypnotic drone and the atmosphere which is very essential to our classical music. It creates that special atmosphere. And also it registers continuously the tonic, the sa as we call it, or the do, which is very important because unless that is established, the ragas, the melody forms on which we improvise, will not be clear. Again, for our new listeners, I would like to say that we are very informal while we perform, as you might have noticed. We do certain things with our heads. For instance, when we nod once in a while like this, it means we emphasize the one. Sum, we call it. It is the starting point of a rhythmic cycle. We improvise and reach the sum. That's where we give a special accent, and we nod our head. Talking of improvising, I'm sure you know we are improvising all the time. Almost 90 to 95% is improvised of what you're listening to. When you see us shaking our head from side to side like this, please don't misunderstand that we are unhappy or disagreeing with each other. On the contrary, it means appreciation. You see, in our country we have a special rapport with the listeners, especially those who follow all the details and who understand. And they cannot remain silent. They come out by saying things like wah wah, bahut achhe, kya kehne, aha ha, subhanallah, and such things, which means almost like saying beautiful, bravo, bravissimo, ole, or groovy, and all that stuff. And being spoilt as we are with this, which inspires us, this spontaneous rapports, when we don't receive it from you, we have to be happy by appreciating each other. Of course, these appreciations have to be done at the right moment, in the right manner. Otherwise, over-enthusiastic appreciation such as whistling and clapping the hand in the middle of a passage instead of inspiring can be disastrous and completely ruin the flow or the flight of imagination that we might be having at that time.